Now to today's other big story. The country's capital is still reeling after being battered by wild weather. The railway line between Upper Hutt and Wairarapa remains closed tonight after a train ploughed into a mudslide at Maymorn. Another problem shut down the line between Porirua and Wellington.
Heavy rain also caused mayhem for motorists throughout the region, with major roads blocked by slips and flooding. Alexi O'Brien joins us shortly with concerns about the capital's infrastructure. First, let's cross live to Michael PARKIN for the latest on the rail problems. Michael.
Well, Wendy, hundreds of people are heading into Wellington train station tonight, as they do at this time every evening, but a little thinner on the ground are those from Wairarapa, and that's because last night their train didn't even make it over Rimutaka Hill. A train bound for nowhere. Around 300 commuters on the Wairarapa line left stranded for 3 hours after this locomotive hit a slip and was run off the rails. It all happened at Maymorn Tunnel, just north of Upper Hutt, at around 6:30 last night.
Oh, we were just travelling along and suddenly we felt the brakes go on and then there was a big bang, basically, and we stopped.
The slip dividing this family, Craig Hawkes had to stay in town while his wife and kids waited at home in Masterton.
I really didn't get much sleep last night because I was just so wound up, and the girls took a lot longer to go back to sleep because they were expecting Dad home. They knew something had happened because all my family were here and I was crying.
With the line closed overnight, those who usually pack these Wairarapa platforms were told this morning to find their own way to work. This lacklustre sign, no trains, no buses, was all that greeted commuters here in Carterton this morning, along with a locked-up ticket office.
I pay over $100 a week for my train ticket, so yeah, kind of hope that they'd be able to come up with the goods. You think a bus isn't that tricky to organise in that space of time.
But KiwiRail says trying to provide buses for the 1,000 daily travellers would be futile.
We simply cannot get enough buses to deal with the passengers. We would only have about 50% buses available to cover the capacity, so we'd have people we couldn't bring to town.
However, some were made available this afternoon. The slip rounds out a bad month for commuters. Just 2 Fridays ago, an overhead wiring fault halted all trains in and out of the capital for more than 5 hours. But engineers reckon it could take until Sunday to get this service back on track.
So, Michael, just how tough is it to clear the line?
Well, engineers have been working to clear the site all day, but the biggest problem they face is that there's no track or road into the area that the train's sitting. So first they've got to build one, then they'll be able to bring in cranes to lift up this very heavy locomotive and put it back on the tracks. They do hope that later tonight they'll be able to free up a couple of the carriages that have been sitting up there all day, bring them back here to Wellington for a thorough cleaning, and then KiwiRail is confident that it will be able to get this service back up and running by Monday.
Thank you, Michael. Michael PARKIN.